again, all my Yarny friends. You're probably going to be getting tired of seeing me, but I'm trying to get kind of caught up. I had plans on what I wanted to do this week, and things just don't go the way they're planned, do they? But this is my 10 non-Yarny things about me, and some of them probably are a given. I know that you guys can see or know of a couple of these, but I'm still putting them in there. But I'll go ahead and get started on this. Um, One of the things about, or I guess I say one of the things about me, I had dropped out of school at 16. The school that I was going to, uh, I had already had to repeat the ninth grade one time because we lived in Topeka and I skipped too much school. So what is that? I got held back because of attendance on that, and when we moved, I was, or my folks had moved, trying to keep me from getting in so much trouble. And the school I went to for the second year of school, it was so, to me, it was so easy. They were, uh, I want to say they were a couple of years behind on their curriculum, and I ended up being on a roll, principals on a roll, cheerleader, newspaper, all kinds of good stuff. But when at one point my folks were going to transfer my sisters and I into the public school in town, that we were going to an Indian school up there in Kansas, and we had heard that anybody that had attended the Indian school, they had to repeat the last grade that they went through out there. And I told my folks, I am not going through the ninth grade a third time. And I was 16 at the time, so it made it where I was. It. I don't know how the rules work now, but back then was legal to drop out of school at 16. And my folks told me that I'll have to make sure I pull my own weight and all that. Good old-fashioned rules. We had to, couldn't just drop out and not do anything. But I had dropped out at 16. The following year, I had went and got my GED, and so uh, and got that taken care of. And I had also had my first daughter. And when I didn't want to be, I guess you say, I didn't want to be known as a dropout. So I went ahead and went back, got my GED, and when the questions on there was whether my class had graduated, and I had lied and told them yeah that it had, and I didn't say anything about being held back or anything. So I was able to get my GED that way. Uh, Something that I I believe everybody knows. I'm a coffeeholic. I'll drink coffee 24/7. It can be 120 degrees out, and I'll still be drinking coffee. I do put cream and sugar in it, but uh, I would rather have coffee than anything else. I'm not that much. Don't drink that much pop or soda, whatever. I know it depends on where you're from, what you call it. Coke, Dr Pepper, anything like that. I don't drink very much of that anymore. But you give me a cup of coffee, I'm happy. I have two cats and one dog. There's Holly is my dog. She is a Irish English setter, and it's really ironic because I don't care for Irish setters, and she's just a smaller version of it, but kind of a medium-sized dog. She's in here laying at my feet right now. It's storming outside. I've got, like I said, two cats. We've got Missy, which is the one that usually sits behind me on my chair. She is, I believe, part Siamese, but other than that, I don't know what the other part is. And then we've got Callie, which is a calico cat, and they don't get along very well. They can't be in the same room together. I think I got one picture where they were both laying on my bed at one point. They go at each other all the time. next thing is I love spending time with my grandson, and we've got this. I broke down and got a tablet for him, and he is so for 3 years old. He is so smart, and it is it. We got some downloaded some free games for him with alphabet and number matching, colors and all, and he can whiz through them things pretty much faster than I can because I'm still there's times I'm trying to figure out what we need to do. Uh, and he's gotten to the point now. Let me see if I can find my. He made me some. He's gotten to the point that he likes to try to help me crochet. Yep. And I still haven't untangled it because he made this for his nana, and I'm not sure what he did with the crochet hook, but this is his creation for Nana, and I doubt very much I will ever go through and untangle that because that was his first project. But once I can get him calmed down a little bit, I will try to teach him how to do more. I was trying to show him the chain, and he just got that crochet hook and he kept twisting it, but I couldn't get him to understand to pull through and all that. But I thought that was pretty neat. Then another thing is I'd like to try almost anything once, and twice if I liked it. But I guess you say, excuse me. I guess you can say I'm a little bit of a daredevil at times, and that goes in with a bit hard-headed and stubborn. You tell me I can't do something, I will do my darndest to show you I can do it. I do like to cook when I'm able to stand long enough. My my back has gotten to where I can't stand for very long. It started off on my knees, and I've had a couple of procedures done there, but nothing to, no replacements or anything yet. But I know some with my back, I can't stand very long any longer. But I used to go through and make lasagna, homemade spaghetti sauce. My mom taught me how to cook from scratch. None of this box and can microwave stuff. But it's gotten to the point that now when I'm by myself, I've got to do it, or just a quick sandwich or something. I do have a home built trike, and I loved riding that thing. Um, if I remember right, that's what I did the on my last video. At the beginning of it, my hair was all wild and everything. I had been on my trike earlier, and I wanted to show off the yarn while I could. But it's made out of a '73 Carmagia. It's a I was told that's a high-end Volkswagen, and it's still the whole thing is the original orange. I'm not too sure how they matched that up for the front end, but people say it looks like the hood looks like it's from a Sea-Doo. Well, the forks are from a Carmagia, and I tell everybody that I've got or not Carmagia, excuse me. The forks are from a Kawasaki, and I've told people that I have a Kawasaki do or a Kawagia do, and that's the name of my bike. But she's orange, and I plan on getting her repainted. If I leave it orange, and my one of my friends, he's got the vinyl stickers. They're dots. He used to own the bike, and he was planning on making it into a ladybug for his wife. And they ended up trading the bike in for another one. We bought it from the people that he traded it to, and he's still talking about making it into a ladybug. And if she stays plain orange, her name's gonna be Pumpkin, not Pumpkin. Pumpkin, Pumpkin. Yeah, Shirley, blah, blah. It's gonna be Pumpkin. If he finds the dots, she'll be Ladybug. And but at one point I wanted it a deep purple with silver flecks in it, like a midnight sky. I think the purple it would look the best, but I had to give into consideration that price and all that. So we'll see what happens one of these days. We got her paid off a couple of years ago, but can't seem to get money saved up for that to get redone. Uh, Another thing about me is I don't particularly care to ride with others in a vehicle. I mean, I would prefer to be the driver. I have a hard time being the passenger in a car. Uh, I had gotten in a bad wreck, and leading up to the wreck, I can feel that something wasn't right. The It was barely misting on a curvy road, and I felt the person that was driving at the time they were going too fast, and I was afraid that we were going to have a wreck. And sure enough, we ended up slamming into a tree. I got caught the blunt end of it, and I ended up with 4 broken ribs because we hit on the passenger side, and that tree basically slammed into me, or me. I slammed into the tree. But ever since then, I have a very hard time riding with others, including my husband. But I try to keep that under control instead of making it where I don't go anywhere with anybody. Uh, let's see, there's a couple other things here, I think. Believe it or not, I was originally born blonde. My hair was so light blonde. My mom used to put baby oil in it so people could see my hair, and it was so light and fine. And for the longest time, everybody thought that I was a boy. Uh, Heck, even as I was getting older, I was such a tomboy as it was. My dad even told me that after I got older that if it wasn't for me having kids, he'd think I was the son he never had. But I started getting finally darkening up. It got to that dishwater blonde, that dirty look. Didn't care for it. I was taking peroxide to my hair to keep it a lighter blonde, and at one point I had splotches where it was white because the peroxide would hit in one place, the same place more often, I guess you can say. But it used to look natural until that white started showing up. And I went ahead and I stopped doing that. I started going with regular hair coloring, and was doing different shades of brown. And after my mom passed away, I decided to try the red. Uh, on that note, my mom hated redheads. That's why I never did try the red. But after she passed away, I tried with the red, realized that I can pull it off. A lot of people thought that I was naturally redheaded, but it's from a box, I hate to admit. And as you can see, I'm letting the natural stuff come back through, and I'm kind of embracing the gray. I don't know why. Uh, but I'm taking it on. And uh, I'm also, the last thing, and I guess you can say it's kind of a bonus deal, is I'll be 51 in about 3 weeks. And I'm proud of that because a year ago I was getting real skittish, I guess you can say, because my mom passed away 3 months before she turned 50, and she had several medical issues, and she had ended up passing away before she was 50. And my biggest thing was for me to make it to 50. That way I can do one thing that she couldn't. And it's really surprising me that I'm getting this close to be 51. And I remember thinking or celebrating I, ne- uh, I never really did do anything for birthdays after I turned 16. And it was actually just another day, and I wanted to celebrate my 50th birthday. And with that much time going by and everybody thinking that I didn't care about birthdays, I actually did. And I still do. And so I'm getting all hyped up because it's one more thing that my mom wasn't able to do. And I may not be able to do very many things that uh, she didn't, or there's places she wanted to go that I'm hoping that I can go for her, but I'm not too sure what else I can do that I guess and be carry her dreams on too. But I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here before I get too much more emotional. But you guys have yourself a good day, and we'll catch you next time. And thanks for watching. Thank you for coming and watching. Thank you for any new subscribers I've recently got. And thank you, Penny, for my gift card. I got it in the mail today. And it will be put to good use. But until next time, guys, have a good day and just keep on doing your crafts and do what makes you happy. Thanks a lot, guys.